All right, this is covering stage 2 of the trading log. Basically, the first stage was 200 trades, and then looked at what were most effective, what were most ineffective, and then focusing on those. So, I'm sorry, focus on the most effective. In stage 2, it's now 5 and 11. The last trade was profitable, and I'll show you what that was. And recently, we're focusing on false break trades. So let me kind of walk through what those look like. So there's kind of 3 different trades we're covering in this algorithm, but the false break is going to be the one that we're the most interested in. One we did least up in the first stage. So false break is countering retail traders. They most often are trading breakouts, and so breakout is you have this resistance, for example, and price is touching that, touching it, and then and so what a lot of times what retail traders would do is when the price breaks that level, they're going to go long in this example. And so instead, what we want to do is we want to start going short when their stop losses are hit, which would be just below the resistance. So in this example, the wick pierces the resistance, and then as it's coming back down, their stop losses are hit, and then our shorts are hit. So we're just counter trading retail. You can do it just a wick can pierce. We can have a nice little twin towers with 2 candles. Or there can be more candles than that, but ideally it's either just a wick or 2. And because we're trading key market levels, we're just trading on longer time frames, so 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. With in order of ascending preference, daily being the most preferable. We had a setup recently, which was very nice and clean. So we had this level here, which is creating candle, confirming, it drops down, and then we pierced up through it here. And at this point, we realized, okay, we're going above this candle. We're only going to enter once we see it returning back below the support and going short, as we did here. Luckily, it was this gigantic candle. And so this ended up being a very quickly profitable trade with a 3-to-1 risk ratio. This is the last one measured here. This is a 2 candle false break profit in Bitcoin. This is a very small, very, very tiny account that we're trading to validate the algorithm and a couple different other stats. But stop size does not seem like the right one, actually. I think I put some wrong info here. Let's see. Stop was 693. And then the range was basically, I would say this is probably the bottom of the range, which is 18,442, and we entered at 19. I did something wrong here. Then we entered at 21,724. 21,724, 1844. This expense is 18,450, we'll say. So the reason including this is important is because we want to make sure we have enough like possibility in our range to hit our profit target. We know it's going to be 3 times the stop size. We have a 3-to-1 risk ratio, so our take profit is going to be 20,000 or 2,000 points away. That's well within our range, so it's an okay. That's the reason we have this here. It's a good range to have. This is profitable, and now let's look at what the next one could be. So I think the next one would also be a good short. We have this kind of build up right here, right? You could say there's like creating, confirming. So I'm going to mark this with the 4-hour color, which is red. Something like here. And so what we're going to look for is just the same thing as before. We want to see it go above level, and then we're going to enter it going short. So just countering retail here. It's not exact. It's kind of a range, but this is pretty close. So creating, confirming. So we're hoping for it to go above here and enter again short. To track that, let's set up an alert. We'll set it a little bit lower, that way we can be notified ahead of time. Something like here. So right here. And we can delete this one. And let's set this to always do it every time. Beautiful. So no new trades at the moment, but this is what we're looking for. We're hoping to, maybe something like here and then back down. That's the next setup.